Now, Kirinyaga Ward representatives, members of county assemblies, have passed a motion to impeach Governor Waiguru and recommended her removal from office, citing abuse of office, misconduct, and violation of the law. These are claims that have been put by the members of county assemblies in Kirinyaga. Now, Honorable Kinywa Wangui, the member of county assembly who moved the motion of her impeachment, cited misuse of funds, and he said that even in one of the local TV stations that the attempts to meet the governor to address the issues raised had failed. But now a total of 23 members of county assemblies out of the 33 voted in favor of the motion by the Wachira ward representative to remove Governor Waiguru from office. 4 members of county assemblies abstained, while 6 were absent. This morning, our eye will be on Kirinyaga County. And to help us in this discussion, we am joined by, to my left, by William Wachira, a lawyer. Karibu sana, William.
Asante sana.
And I'm also joined to my right by Fredrick Sasia, a political and current affairs analyst. Karibu sana, Fred.
Thank you.
Hope you gentlemen are doing well this morning. And as we begin this morning conversation, remember, you can be part of it. The hashtag is Good Morning Kenya at Ramaguko at KBC Channel 1 is the station handle. We are also live on Facebook, so keep texting and keep tweeting. Will Governor Waiguru survive? Well, in the dailies, the question was, kicked out, will Uhuru let her go? Will Senate let her go? These are the questions that we would like you to answer, even as you continue with this morning conversation. So, gentlemen, let's get it going. Let me start with you, Fred. Now, what do you think about the governor's impeachment?
First, I have to say thank you, this being my first time on KBC Channel 1. I appreciate for being hosted. Then, my opinion on Governor Waiguru impeachment is quite different because she's not going to bow down easily. Governor Waiguru is a top vocalist in the handshake choir, so you don't expect her to be kicked out easily because you look at the balance of women and she's been so close to those advancing the handshake politics, so her going home is not really easy. And combining that with what she alleged that she had a court order barring the motion from being discussed, then you expect a total drama going forward.
Now, so you're saying by virtue of her gender, but by virtue of her being female, then her ouster will not be possible?
Not by virtue of her being a female, but by virtue of her being a female in the handshake politics. You understand right now is what is your opinion on the current politics? There is a wide range of opinions, but if you support the handshake, then there are high chances that you might survive some of these onslaughts. And Governor Waiguru is one of the people who are going to survive through, not because she's a good in terms of integrity, but because she's on the right side of the current politics.
Okay.
Yes.
And by the right side of the current politics, you're talking about which side?
The side of the handshake.
All right. Wachira,
yes, sir.
Your thoughts on the impeachment of governor? And do you agree with what Fred Sasia is saying?
I don't agree with Fred, but to some extent, there is a sense of what he is talking about. And also have to say thank you, because this is my first time to be here. And thank you so much.
Karibu sana.
So, on Governor Waiguru issue, it's what we say, pride come before a fall. And she has bite more than what she cannot be able to chew. And you see, she has been going all around, speaking and saying that she is the Mount Kenya kingpin, and she's the one, she's a spokesperson from Mount Kenya. Remember, this one has awakened other giants and rattled many, including people like Kefisho, of whom they are really fighting. They are really fighting to control the vast voting of Mount Kenya and also the Kirinyagas per se. And one thing, it will be so hard. It will be so much for her. It will be very hard for her to survive, because if you see how how she was impeached, there is sufficient ground on her impeachment, according to the Article 181 of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. And the motion was brought forward by Kinywa Wangui, according to the Section 33 of the County Government Act. And all the procedures were followed. And even at the end of the day, the 2/3 of majority of the County Assembly voted for her ouster.
Yeah.
So if she's going to be taken to the, because the Speaker of the County Assembly need to communicate within 2 days to the Speaker of the Senate, I don't see her surviving on this ground. She has been clinging on this about court order. And the court order which was issued, it had two issues. That one, this case, this case of impeachment, the impeachment was to be held until the whole issue be determined. And the second one was about, he was claiming about her rights being interfered through, in this era of COVID-19. Now, the judge, by giving that issue of court order, it was to an extent, if you go to the second one, it was to the extent until when these COVID guidelines or principles, they are going to be relaxed. So, to me, I don't see the need. I don't see her surviving.
Now Wachira, you are a lawyer.
Yes.
And I would like to get it from you. Did the County Assembly act in contempt of court?
They didn't.
They did not?
They followed the due law process.
But there was a statement given by Governor Waiguru in regards to that. You
see, and that's what I'm telling you. The court order that was issued by Justice Coril, if I'm not wrong, he said the impeachment has to be halted until the whole issue is being determined. The second thing that was there, he gave a reason for the halt of the whole process due to this
COVID-19.
The COVID-19.
And that was the reason for the court order. The court order indicated that any county assembly proceedings should be halted till everything is settled down.
In fact, the second question you need to ask yourself, why did President Kenyatta held a meeting at State House? Why somebody like these guy from this Kotu have been having a lot of meetings at home? At Wori. How does the rights of Governor Waiguru being violated, or he can be able to be seen in Capitol Hill? You see, he is being seen dancing here and there. So the matter, according to her reason now, the judge indicated that until the whole issue of COVID-19, the guidelines are going to be relaxed, they can go on with the process, since the court cannot interfere with the independence of the county assembly.
Do you agree with that? Did the county assembly act in contempt of court?
First, before I come to that, I need to give a clear view of my opinion. First, I'm one of those people first believed Governor Waiguru should not have been elected in any public office because of integrity issues. So when I argue out and say that Governor Waiguru is going to survive, I'm not really supporting, I'm not really saying the grounds that were brought for impeachment were not valid. The grounds were so much valid.
But then under what grounds do you say that you question her integrity? Because one should be is innocent till proven guilty.
You see, it is in the public opinion that Governor Waiguru was CS in the docket of when she was the corruption that was happened in NYS. And we all know what transpired in NYS. There was a lot of cash that was lost. That case has never been settled. And in as much as I'm concerned, it was settled through political means. But if you go to the court means, Governor Waiguru was vindicated, which was not really the right decision. But going forward, as I said, I really don't think the county assembly went on with the motion in regard or respect of the court order. Why? Because if the court order indicated that until the COVID measures were relaxed, then someone comes and asks, right at the time they were discussing the motion, was it now the real good time that they were supposed to discuss according to the court order? That's why I'm saying Governor Waiguru will still go back to the court and realizing that the CJ has been complaining about the executive not adhering to court orders. I'm really sure the Maraga court will still issue another court order, stopping that process and calling it off completely. But even if that is not done and the motion goes to the Senate, I have already said, currently, if you are corrupt or if you are held for a corruption case, We understand our parliament. It is not really they look into integrity or the issues that were brought. They look into your status in the current politics, your opinion in the current politics. Governor Waiguru right now is on the right side of politics in our country. She supports the president. She's in right terms with the former Prime Minister, Mr. Raila Odinga. So you expect the two to marshal their support in the Senate, and Governor Waiguru will be vindicated not because her integrity is not questionable, but because her politics is right at the moment.
Meaning that if she's on the right side of politics, then the MCAs who hosted her are on the wrong side of politics.
You see, in our current situation, you can even argue out and doing a follow-up that Mr. Tuju tried to do a follow-up and stop the impeachment. And that's why you saw there were some chaotic scenes that the MCAs had to spend a night in the chambers, purporting not to be bribed by anyone else. And in doing so, you realize also the other political forces. We've seen Mr. Kibichu engage in fights with Governor Waiguru. So entirely, it is a political process, not really an issue we can relate to our integrity. It is pure politics, and we understand our politics. It is just a matter of time that we understand Governor Waiguru is on the right side of politics. In as much as I believe Governor Waiguru is not worth to hold a political office or rather any public office, I still believe she'll be vindicated for her being on the right side of politics.
But you see, the question is now, based on what are you putting our argument? Based on what fact? Because everything that we have so far went to court, but you are innocent till proven guilty. So based on what fact should we say that she is not fit to hold office?
If you go to our chapter 6 of the Constitution, if you have integrity questions, the Constitution says you are not legit or you are not allowed to vie for any public office. That means if you are yet to be proven guilty or not, but you have issues, there are questions around your integrity. So that is how I'm basing my argument on. Governor Waiguru has a lot of integrity issues on her name and on her previous offices. So she ought to have cleared herself completely from the issues before coming to another political or other public office.
You see, Governor Waiguru was given a second chance of sanitizing herself, but she has soiled herself more than the way she was before. If we look on the issues that he's being on the ground that she wants to be removed for, and then we try to look for the president that was formed during the removal of Governor Waitito. Governor Waiguru should not be even closer to that office. If we take that president of Waitito, where he could not even survive within 48 hours, he was not a governor. So what I believe is the MCAs have followed the due process of impeaching Waiguru. There are those grounds which are obvious.
Of which those due processes are also questionable. If at all you have to put legal statements in regards to those due processes.
The questionable issue, it was about only the court order that was issued.
Exactly.
And that court order, I've told you, the issue which she gave out was about she's going to, her rights is going to be violated and being exposed to the COVID-19. But to that interpretation is, you are free until when these guidelines are being relaxed. And what is happening now, the parliament is working, the Senate is working, the president continues purging his enemies, using any political means that he's using. He's continually moving and putting in whoever he wants. So there is no way that you can tell the county assembly of Kirinyaga that you're not free to go on with your issues, and that is why and you can see from the beginning, as my friend has said, we have seen the Jubilee government trying to interfere with the whole process and trying to save her. But at the end of the day, we need to ask ourselves, which are these forces behind her that want to remove her? She knows better. But according to my opinion, and according even trying to understand, even being a lawyer, I understand that there are sufficient ground to impeach Waiguru. And I repeat the words of my friend, that even in the first place, she was not supposed to be elected.
he was not supposed to be governor in the first place.
Because of the tainted image he had when she was a devolution minister.
So you know, aren't you guys being unfair? Let's look at the constitution. Number one, you are innocent till proven guilty. Number two, it is the people of Kirinyaga County who elected her into office. So when you say that he's not supposed to be in office, are you questioning even the rights?
But at the end of the day, she has gone on with her routing spree and her routing career that she has mastered for. For example, if you're a preacher, you come out of this nation, you become a preacher. If you're a teacher, you're a teacher. But on her side, what she has been doing, for example, if you look all those issues according to the Article 181 of the Constitution, there are sufficient ground. For example, if you have violated the county, the Public Service Board, their advices, you go ahead, you don't give those annual speeches in the county assembly. You go ahead, you appoint people to be in the tender committee, and they take instruction directly from you. Now, which other grounds do you want to get for you to impeach this person? The only thing, as my friend is saying, she's on the political side, which is right currently, but what is going to happen? We are watching, because we were comparing this session, these are impeachment with Waitito impeachment. So if they are going to follow the same president, Governor Waiguru will not be even. They don't even to spend even 30 minutes impeaching her as a Senate. Because in Waitito, there were no sufficient ground.
So you believe the Senate will not support her? They will not say yes to her? They will impeach her? Just a yes or no?
They need to impeach her immediately without even...
okay, Sasia, they need to impeach her?
Yes.
Sasia?
On the grounds they need to, but on the political side of it, they will not impeach her.
All right, so remember, the governor, while terming the impeachment as a waste of time, said she will not be bullied by those seeking to achieve quote-unquote nefarious and personalized political objectives. Well, let's continue this discussion after this break.
Hamjambo Wakenya wenzangu, mimi ni Mheshimiwa Mize. Ninalotaka kuambia ni kuwasihi ya kwamba korona iko, na ili tupigane nayo na tuishinde. Ukikohoa, tafadhali kama una ile ya kujifunika ile tissue, weka mkono hapa. Kama ni chafya yako atyo, na itabakia pale pale. Kama ni kukohoa yako, koholea hapo. Na nakwambia tukizingatia sheria na tuitii, hii korona tutaishinda na nchi yetu tutarudi kama kawaida.
On the next episode of Corner.
Hey, what's up?
It's Julia.
What happened?
Don't you dare.
Then stop testing me. You have 10 seconds.
Wanjala, please.
9, 8, 7.
You asked me why. Rescue Julia.
It cannot all be perfect.
I'm not looking for perfect. I wanted to be his number one. But that will never happen, will it?
remember, our conversation on Kirinyaga County continues. But before we continue with the panelists here in studio, take a look at this.
Monday night, 23 members of County Assembly in Kirinyaga County spent the night on the County Assembly coaches and floor ahead of Tuesday motion. The MCAs who had appended their signatures to the impeachment motion had to switch off their phones to ward away any form of persuasion. Tuesday, the D-Day was drama-packed. Nominated MCA Lucy Njeri and Karumandi Ward MCA Anthony Munene, ardent supporters of the Kirinyaga County Chief, were kicked out of the assembly after they allegedly became unruly and attempted to disrupt the proceedings.
Who said I'm done?
Kirinyaga County Assembly Speaker Anthony Gathumbi ordered the two to leave the assembly after ruling the duo were out of order, a command that the two would not bow to and instead stayed put. This prompted the Sergeant-at-Arms to forcefully eject the two MCAs out of the assembly. Mutira Ward MCA David Kinyo Wangui thereafter moved the motion that sealed the fate of the governor.
Mr. Speaker, when the governor oversees imprudent expenditures on the public resources, when the governor herself accrues benefits that go to her personal account, Mr. Speaker, and when we do our own perusal, our own investigation, we realize that the governor does not travel.
The aggrieved MCAs accused Waiguru of gross violation of the Constitution, abuse of office, and gross misconduct.
Mr. Speaker, figures amounting to 10 million. Whereas, Mr. Speaker, our roads are in deplorable state. Go to the hospitals, they are not drugged, Mr. Speaker. There are structures that were started in the previous regime, Mr. Speaker, and they are not being implemented.
The governor, however, had a backing of 4 MCAs, while 4 others failed to show up at the house.
Honorable members, I can therefore confirm that the vote has met the 2/3 requirement to decide on this question. The ayes have it.
Reacting to the impeachment in a statement, Waiguru dismisses the allegations as baseless and waste of time. Waiguru says she obtained court order from the High Court stopping any proceedings by the Assembly on the impeachment motion until numerous issues raised with the court were determined, warning that she will not be bullied.
Jubilee Party does not condone corruption. The president, who is the party, does not condone corruption. And we are just carrying out our oversight duties.
The impeachment motion and accompanying signatures will now be forwarded to the Senate that will decide to either adopt or reject the impeachment motion. The Kirinyaga governor becomes the 7th to face impeachment since the advent of devolution, only months after Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu was kicked out. Among those who were once impeached by their county assemblies include Martin Wambora of Embu, Professor Paul Chepkwony of Kericho, Mwangi Wairia of Moranga, the late Njeri Gashagwa of Njeri, and Granton Samboja of Taita Taveta. But it was Kiambu Governor Ferdinand Waititu whose fate was completely sealed by the Senate. As focus now shifts to the Senate, accusations and counter-accusations would dominate political platforms over the impeachment of county boss. This as a section of political leaders would perceive the impeachment as a political tactic ahead of Kirinyaga's development goal. This as eyes now focus on Kirinyaga Succession 2022. Irene Mchuma Odim, Channel 1 in the county of Nairobi.
Now, the specific member of County Assembly that you've seen there, Honorable Njeri Lucy, is joining me this morning in studio. Karibu sana Mheshimiwa.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for finding time to join me. Now, starting it all up, what do you think about the conduct that happened yesterday that took place at the County Assembly? Your removal from the venue, how do you take it?
before I go there, I'm going to come there. I will start by introducing myself so that everybody will know who is in the studio, KBC right now. My name is Njeri from Kirinyaga County. In the County Assembly, I represent women. My profession is that I'm a gender expert. So I look this world in a gender perspective. And that is who is Njeri.
And we will also touch on issues to do with gender, considering everything that happened.
Yes, yesterday. I want to say that the conduct of yesterday was normal. It has happened. Even it is historical as a woman. When a woman is given a chance, or when a woman is given a chance to express herself, it is faced with a lot of challenges. I want to say that in that county assembly, I'm among the voice women in that assembly. And you see, these people had spent the whole night, at the assembly together with some other MCAs, not only those ones you have seen. They had spent the whole night planning. And even before that, they have been planning for this. You remember there was a motion that was brought earlier on, and then it was stopped by the court as the governor went to court. Then these people have realized that they are losing numbers day by day, day by day. And the reason that secretary, they have been, every time I've been going to assembly, they have been having a lawyer. They already have a lawyer who has been interpreting the laws and the standing orders. And I want to tell you, our presenter today, that the problem with the county assemblies is the standing orders, because they are changed from morning, tomorrow, yesterday, and last night.
So you're saying the standing orders were changed before the impeachment motion?
They were changed every day. It is even in the Hansand. There was a time even I found myself in the same situation when I was defending a standing order number 67 of the County Assembly of the Kirinyaga, whereby women were denied the right to vote. So this is not something that is, you first of all have to check what triggered the impeachment first.
Based on this impeachment, are you saying that the impeachment is illegal in your view? You say they took time to plan.
Yes.
Were these plans based on facts?
I want to start by how the impeachment process started in that county assembly. One thing, it was very illegal. It was not transparent. Remember, these people who are coming up with it's something that has been orchestrated. It is not the real thing that you are seeing the mover of the motion doing. Ask me what has happened in that assembly, and I want to tell the people of Kenyans the truth, and the truth will set me free. Number one, the time this impeachment motion came, it came just there's no way you can just bring an impeachment motion from nowhere without even involving us, telling us what the research you have been able to do. We also help you in doing those research. You just come with the papers, and then you tell people to sign. After we sign, it's the time you put that title of impeachment after signing. And it's one person, the majority leader here, who was there before he was removed by the political party, because he already have a letter. But he still behaves as if he's the majority leader, and yet he has 2 letters from the party.
Indicating
that he's not the majority leader.
All right, so let me just take you back a bit, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Just give us a brief picture.
Yes.
Because based on what you're saying, there are a lot of things happening in Kirinyaga County.
Yes.
How is it as a leader, as a member of county assembly in Kirinyaga, leading in that county? How has it been for you since you are nominated?
Since I was I want to say this, when I joined that assembly, things were quite in order. We voted for the majority leader, who was also supported by the governor. That time, the proclaiming majority leader. And the assembly has been running that. The majority leader is the overall to say. When you defy from his orders, you are removed from the committee. That has been the disciplinary action he takes.
Who has ever been removed from
Many
from
have been
committee?
Removed from the committee. In fact, it's only that I'm a very, in fact, they say they fear me because they don't know the next step I will take. In fact, I'm the vice chair budget. Here you are talking with a person who allocates money, who oversees the money with my chairman.
So in short, you're saying...
And the committee, I'm the vice chair of the budget.
It started off well, but things changed along the way.
It started off very well because we have been supporting the governor's agenda, which have been brought up by the majority leader, until something went sour between the two. This is a battle we are fighting between the two. This is a self-interest battle we are fighting. Now the majority wants to bring their battles with the governor to the assembly to use us to fight for his own agendas.
So you're saying it's a battle between the majority leader and the governor?
Yeah, and then he's using people to spearhead the agendas that went sour.
Remember,
because these are the people, this is the majority who have been saying he's the Surya bag. When we talk about the hard bag, every time they go to the podium, he has been telling the people of Kirinyaga, I am the handbag of the governor. And then all of a sudden, within a minute, you come with an impeachment motion.
Let me come to you, Wachira. Your thoughts in regards to the claims that Honorable is saying.
I've listened to Mheshimiwa, and maybe I'm sorry for her, what happened yesterday. It is common in this Kenyan politics.
Mostly for women.
And not you, even us, even men, they're being harassed, and you always
but more so
be
to
equal.
Women. More so to women.
Anyway, there's something that I want to tell Mheshimiwa, that ignorance of the law is not a defense.
It's true.
And when she says that they were given something to sign, then you are being given the headline in a record later on. The first question she need to ask herself, where was I signing before that headline or what do you call it, the heading put on the paper? Another thing, you cannot complain about a flowing liver. When the liver is flowing, you take a stone, you throw a stone to the liver, and then you start complaining that the water has limples.
So you're saying, it's like saying you cannot put your hand on the fire and expect not to be burnt.
Of course.
So what I want to interject from
let me finish, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
On the ground which she's talking about, maybe I can understand she has that political emotion, political pain, political opinion, which are right. But when you come now to the ground, according to the Constitution, the ground of or the issue that were given by the MCAs of removing Governor Waiguru, and even you can hear Waiguru saying that I cannot be bullied. Yes. And he was given an opportunity to appear in the committee before she was impeached, but she could not avail herself, neither said an advocate to stand on her, to stand on her behalf. So all these troubles that you are seeing is not because the MCA or people of Kirinyaga need to they are fighting their governor. It is her fighting them with her pride of not wanting those concessions and bringing that dialogue for them to understand on which platform they are talking about. Remember, she sacked the medical people, even with a court order.
The governor.
The governor herself. And I wonder which court order she is complaining about. She has gone ahead with all those issues that have been given. They're even giving an address to the county assembly. Does she want that even people are doing wrong to her? She's the one who invited her enemies in her backyard. In the political way, remember Governor Waiguru has been a very critic of Deputy President William Ruto. And remember, he invited Kefisho, the PS, who have been so a diehard of this dynasty government, so that they can cut the legs of Deputy William Ruto in the Kikuyu land. Governor Waiguru herself invited Kefisho to come and reduce the influence of William Ruto in her backyard. But what has happened is, it is the saying that is being told. You can be able to bring up a hyena, and at the end of the day, it's going to eat you. That's what's happening to her. It had a fault, not the fault of people of Kirinyaga. And the people of Kirinyaga and the MCAs, they have seen a green or an opportunity because of her misbehavior and her corrupt behavior to impeach her.
Your response?
Yes.
My response, I think the political analyst
has
so much grudge or has so much history, which has been perceived, which has been made to perceive Waiguru as what he has.
It's obvious from the Minister of Devolution, and he has made many people to suffer.
And I want to say,
let me hear him.
Even that lady,
I will come to you, Wachira.
I want to say this, and this should be stopped in this country.
Yes.
I want the DPP or the people who are concerned with the matters corruption and anything. It is many years that have passed since Waiguru, and nothing has been brought into clear to tell Kenyans, is it true? Is it true? Is it true this happened in NYS, or is it true is this one happened in NYS? So these people, mostly these political analysts, and men in particular, you can hear him talking about even William Ruto's here. And we are not talking about the issues of who brought who for William Ruto or who. Here we are talking about the issues that is what is eating away Kirinyaga.
Is what eats away Kirinyaga connected to William Ruto as he's talking about? As he has mentioned?
I want to say, and I came here to talk the truth.
Yes.
I don't think so. But I think there are also forces behind, because there is no way an MCA would stand defiant, even to a standing order as a woman, to remove herself, because there are women also who are for the motion, to remove herself from voting. And you stand defiantly and say, I agree that these men were voted by women and men. So there was no need of even being given these nomination seats.
Now, Sasia...
I still want to interject what he was saying about the grounds.
Okay.
I don't know which grounds he's talking about, because these grounds are supposed to be brought into books by the relevant stakeholders. If it is about gross misconduct, or maybe it's the misuse of funds they are talking about. Remember, an MCA is not supposed to do monitoring and evaluation, because that is where the gap is. And I think the people, the experts of I think this is a conversation that should be started.
Is it oversight?
There is a gap between
oversight
people,
and
MCs
monitoring?
are not understanding what is an oversight, and then they are still doing the monitoring and evaluation. Because when an MCA does oversight, it is, I allocate 6 million for this gadget. It is my work to check this gadget if it has been brought in the right manner, and it is there and it is working. It is not my duty to go and start saying, who was given this? Do I still go to procurement and ask for, if I can, what if I am given a Gata press or a Gata information?
As an MCA,
as what the governor has been saying, I am welcoming the DCI.
As an
Kirinyaga
MCA
County.
of Kirinyaga County,
Yes.
Are you aware that the governor was approached, or that efforts to reach out to her were there before or prior to this motion?
Okay, well, in fact, I wanted to interject when he was talking about the governor not appearing in Bunge.
Yeah.
During this impeachment motion, the governor has been trying to reach some of the members.
She has been trying.
Yes, and remember, we have been reaching, it is through the committee of the budget that sometimes creates a link, or the speaker creates a link between the budget and between the county assembly and the governor.
But then how comes
As the
Honorable
budget
Kinyua,
committee,
hold on, just how comes Honorable Kinyua
Yes.
said that their attempts to meet the governor and address the issues raised have failed?
I don't know what kind of the ways they have been using to reach the governor, because I know the governor, the governor has, I don't want to say something I don't know very clearly. I don't know the means and methods that they have been using to reach the governor, but I want to say about the budget committee, because that is the only committee that mostly meets with the governor.
So you cannot say that,
because the chairman has always been telling me to become a mediator between maybe the budget chair and the governor.
Okay.
But I've always refused, because there is a way. There is a way of inviting the governor officially.
Now let me come to you, Fred Sasia. You've been quiet. Your input in this.
First I have to say sorry to Madam Lucy for what happened, but again I have to also say it is so much shameful to see that from our leaders. And Mr. Ram, I think you're giving this a lot of...
All right, hold on. Sasia, hold on, Sasia. Your mic, let's check your sound before I come back to you. Let me come to you, Wachira. Efforts to reach the governor, according to Honorable Kinyua, who was the mover of the motion to impeach her, he says that they were fruitless. Is that a sign that the MCS tried to reach out to her, but now a sign of good faith?
You see, when you are in a battlefield, or when you are trying to make something work, even when you have a family, as a head of the family, even the children, sometimes they need your attention. But the moment you refuse to give them that attention, there is what we call the oppression. You oppress them. At the moment you oppress them, they are going to fight back. And when they fight back, it will not be good for you, either for them. Now, in this case of Kirinyaga County, I believe, because I've been following this issue, and one thing, when you see or hear Governor Waiguru speaking, she speaks with a lot of pride in her. The moment you say that you cannot be bullied, in the first place, who is bullying you? And people are asking you, no, they're asking you on a good heart, come, let us go on the table, we see what the problem is, we rectify before we go ahead. Now, what they have been doing is, they have been competing. And competing on the same note, Governor Waiguru thinking that she has an upper hand in this political, in this political temperature that happening in this nation. It is the attitude that the president or the chief justice said. That attitude, utadu, what are you going to do to me? Because she knows very well, even if she's taken to the Senate, the head of state, President Uhuru Kenyatta, they are going to join together this the way they join together with the handshake. And this Gideon,
then she's not being bullied, Honorable, because let me quote Honorable Kinyua.
Yes.
He said this, and I quote, "We have already served Governor Waiguru with the notice on the motion on email and hard copy."
Even leave alone that. Yes. She was invited to the committee which was investigating her conduct for when they were finding the grounds on how to impeach her. Then she said she cannot come because she is going to be exposed to COVID-19. Then she never even sent her advocate. And we can see her jumping up and down in Capitol Hill.
Isn't that a fact?
Okay, it's a fact, but what is she doing in Capitol Hill? With others like Professor Kobi and the way the time they went to meet the Honorable Raila Odinga. So what she has been doing is undermining the authority of the county assembly, of where they have used the Article 181 and Section 33 of the County Government Act. And the procedure, as far as I'm concerned, it's okay. She must go.
Yes. I think Analyst Wachira want to take me into the angle of now doing politics of who is being given immune by who, or who is being given immune by who. I didn't come here to know who gives Waiguru immune, because I tend leave alone the immunity or what, because I don't expect such to come at such a point when we are discussing exactly what is happening in Kirinyaga County. Because Analyst Wachira is still believing that Waiguru is being given immune, and you cannot convince him more that Waiguru is doing what is supposed to be done, and the battle between Waiguru and the MCAs is not about trying to weigh who has got an upper hand. That is not the way it is in Kirinyaga. I want to say that I've said that if they wanted to meet the governor, what means of communication did they use? Remember, we have been going with this governor into various public participation, like the time we have been giving COVID-19 food to the people. That is also a place where you can meet the governor. If he was invited officially and he didn't go, there are so many other ways.
Standing orders?
But Mheshimiwa, you don't expect the governor to have official meetings on a public forum?
Yeah, it's true, I believe.
Yeah.
It is true.
So it has to be communicated through email or any other means. For example,
for about communication, I don't want to comment because I don't belong to all the committees. I only belong to a committee that I can talk about. That is the budget committee. Now, so about the communication officially, as a member of the county assembly, I have not seen any well done communication letter. Maybe it has been done by other structures, maybe the speaker, or maybe a committee which is supposed to do its work. But in my committees...
So Honorable Kenya was right when he said that she has refused to come to us.
Then you believe he was right?
I will believe he was right according to her
I believe he was not right, because many MCAs have been reaching out to the governor apart from him.
Let me come to you, Sasia.
Apart from me, have been reaching the governor. Many other MCAs have been reaching the governor.
And the question
apart from him.
The question is
you
why...
You cannot expect me, the governor, to come to be bullied.
All right. Let me come to Sasia. Sasia, your thoughts on this?
Yes. First I was actually saying it is so unfortunate seeing our elected leaders behave the way we are seeing.
All right. Sorry, just your mic is there. Just lift it up, the mic that you're having there. All right. We will come back to you later on. Now, let me touch on the accountability aspect.
Yes.
on members of county assemblies.
Yes.
Before I touch on the governor, because yes, the claims are there.
Yes.
It's within the public domain.
Yes.
But I'd like to take a different approach from the members of county assembly, coming it from you.
Yes.
Doesn't it taint your image to be handled the way you were?
To be handled the way I was handled yesterday.
Yes.
I think I want to say that I condemn the whole issue on how I was handled yesterday. It was with a lot of disrespect and indecency. And I want to say that despite that those sergeant terms are covered by, there is a rule and there are guidelines that they follow according to the conduct of a member of county assembly. I want to say yesterday, I had raised on point of order 10 times, raising my hand. In fact, what you are seeing there, that is not where I sit. I sit behind. I sit behind. And then I had raised my hand 10 times. But the speaker would only give a chance to the people who are for the motion.
How did you come to this place? How did you reach that to the level where people,
Yes.
I'm seeing the sergeant at arms trying
Yes.
to hold you back?
Yes. It is because when I raised on point of orders, I wouldn't be given a chance. I would raise my voice. I counted the times I raised my voice on a point of order like 10 times. And the speaker would look at me this, and because he knows how I debate. In fact, I was drawn away from the county assembly because of my debates. Listen to the handstand of how I debate. I would have watched them, all of them, because what they are doing is about malice and prejudice. I want to tell Analyst Wachira, first of all, we check what triggered this impeachment motion. That is what I am saying. Apart from talking about the areas that can make a governor get impeached, first of all, what triggered that impeachment in the first place?
What triggered the impeachment according to you?
Was it out of the goodwill or out of the things that have gone sour or personal vendettas? You know? And let me say that this county assembly, people must learn to be dependent of their mind. But in this scenario, some people are succumbing to the problem of independent, depending on other people's mind and opinions.
Now,
because they are promised this and pledges, which are not there.
Why, Mheshimiwa, it's only the two of you.
Yes.
And based on what I'm seeing,
Yes.
I'm seeing it is you together with another honorable member
Yes.
of county assembly.
Yes.
Why is it only the two of you? Where were the rest, if at all we are talking about people having independent minds?
The rest of who?
The members of
These
county assembly.
These are others are also members of county assembly who
Those
are
who
also
are in the same mind as you. Are you the only one who is, because you're the,
They
it's
are
only
there.
two
You
of
will-
you who are
know,
removed.
you will find another, those who are removed. One thing me, I've said that I was removed because they had already had a prior planning. Even people were calling me and telling me what were being planned about me. They had a prior planning that was the first person to be injected from the house, or even the speaker would not see her, it's Honorable Njeri. One, I've told you, I've been the voice. If you come to the motions I've brought in this assembly for women, I can count them like 5. I have been on women and gender issues, which they have not been clearly understanding. When I talk of gender issues in this assembly, it has been faced with a lot of criticism.
Honorable
Even
member.
this one, I'm supporting governor. They are still
You see,
behaving
Edgar,
as if it's because
there is
she's a
there is
woman.
something that Mheshimiwa is not telling us.
Yes, Wachira.
Yes.
In the first place, okay, I sympathize with what was happening to you. And
Don't
that
sympathize with me.
and that
Don't
and
sympathize
that was
with me.
was not
I've only
okay.
said that the
Being
issues of
mistreated.
gender are faced with a lot of criticism, and this is what was one of the ways the men uses
Okay.
to
Let me hear
let
from him.
women not express themselves.
What
me
I
hear from
wanted
him.
to say is this.
So,
Yes.
In the first place, we believe, and this is in the public domain,
Yes.
that when this process of impeachment of Waiguru started, the Jubilee government led by Lafayette Tuju, the Secretary General, who was not even elected by anybody, but was just being appointed by authority. When they started this process, almost every MCA had put he or her signature on that list. Then all the nominated MCA were called and threatened that they are going to be de-whipped and removed and their nomination.
Based on what fact are you
If
putting
they
this claim?
cannot, if they are going to support the impeachment of Waiguru.
Do you have something to substantiate your claim?
Yes, I have it. They were called for that meeting. We know it's in the public domain.
Let me come to
And
you,
that is
Sasia.
where all the nominated MCA they withdrawn and left the people who were elected by the people to fight for their cause.
Let me come to you, Sasia. I believe your mic is now fine. Now pick it up from where you left.
I've lost most of my opinion through the mic issue, but then I have to say that I expected MCA Lucy first to apologize to the general public and the people of Kirinyaga for what her and other members of the county assembly did, because this is setting a wrong precedence in our country that most of us are seeing that and are saying if you're elected into office, then that is how county governments behave. That is how you need to behave in a chamber. I believe the standing order, there is a way in which people can articulate the issues without necessarily being so much chaotic. So we need to correct this from all levels of government. Then secondly, I should also say that what happened there is not because someone was a woman or a man. It is because of the wrong and bad behavior of our leaders. It is not that MCA Lucy was a woman for her to receive the same, because we can see it is an exchange. So that exchange means it is not neither a man or a woman. It is something that we've cultivated in our leadership. But putting that aside, as I was saying, we've turned the discussion to look like defending and vindicating Governor Waiguru. But the true factor is, I was expecting MCA Lucy to come and tell us the grounds of impeachment that were put forward. They were not valid. First, we've seen that Governor Waiguru was trying to procure a governor's car without following the due tendering process. That is something that need to be discussed and facts put forward that why did she do that? It's not that a fact to impeach a governor. We've seen also something to do with a market in Kirinyaga, that tendering process was not done the right way. Those are the things we need to underline and see whether they stand to be factors of impeachment or not. But coming here and defending Governor Waiguru in an umbrella way does not make a difference, because all of us know, and it is in the public opinion, that Governor Waiguru is a corrupt governor. In the office she served before, we've had corruption issues. She's gone to the county government, she's still having corruption issues.
Do you know that there is no legal affirmation towards your claim that she is a corrupt governor?
You see, we've seen them even in the media, some claims, and we've seen her in court.
Those are just claims,
and the cases are still going on. NYS cases are still on. And we expect her name to be mentioned severally. It will not go out of our sight that Governor Waiguru was not mentioned in NYS.
All right, let me come to the lawyer now. When there is a claim that someone is corrupt, is that the rubber stamp that that person is corrupt?
We say in Kiswahili, palipo na moshi, pana moto. And if you go all the way where she, if you go even yesterday, I don't remember the name of that MCA, he said very well that she has mastered the act of hiding the evidence in terms of the expenditure of the county government, basing on the experience she has when she was working in the government. And that is where, when the Auditor General comes in, he cannot be able to find anything. But when they go back to analyzing what has been happening, those people, they have a point. And that is why where a claim makes someone to be guilty if it's being substantiated and the judgment taken maybe in the court of law.
All right, before she responds.
So let me finish that point.
Yes.
When in the case of NYS, we know she has been having a lot of godfather who have been covering her all through. And now the cat is the mouse is out of the basket now. And that is where we can see, even when she was given a second chance to be able to wash her name, she is still going back to her old behavior. And that is where we are saying, we will not victimize her, but let justice be served, and all these godfather, they move away from her, and let the people, let the justice of people of Kirinyaga, and the Kenya at large, because it is our tax, prevail.
Let me come to you, Sasia.
Yeah.
You see, I want to pick from where my friend has stopped. Governor Waiguru is a master of godfather politics. Even how she survived in NYS.
This term, let me just cut it short. This term, godfather, why do you use that term? Is there any other terminology that maybe you can use that can make people to understand you better?
You see, in most of our Governor Waiguru leadership, she's hidden below the big powers.
All
like in devolution, when she was in devolution, we saw a lot of corruption cases brought before her, but she always hid behind the president. We are also seeing her visit Capitol Hill.
That is a place where she's going for sanitization. She wants to be sanitized.
But
otherwise, Governor Waiguru has been
visiting Capitol Hill. How does that affect Kirinyaga County?
You see, it affects because Governor Waiguru is facing an impeachment motion. And for her to survive the impeachment, she needs to get support in the Senate. And for her to get the support in Senate, then she needs to talk to Mr. Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta to coalesce all the support in the Senate in her favor. And that's why I said the grounds that were brought against Governor Waiguru are so much valid. But Governor Waiguru is going to survive. Not because her integrity is not in question, but she's going to survive because she's on the right side of the Kenyan politics. She's on that side that, I said first that she's a vocalist in the handshake politics. You cannot take Governor Waiguru out of handshake, and Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta cannot accept that. So Governor Waiguru is going to survive, not because she's clean. She's going to survive because she sings the right song. But going forward, as I have said, Kirinyaga County, as a people, electorate, and even the leaders there, they need to regret that they elected Governor Waiguru over somebody like Mother Karua. Because Karua is a person who has proved to be so much, her integrity is not in question. But we elected a person who had all the questions around integrity. So we cannot come here and claim that she's being fought because she's a woman, she's being bullied. We are not, nobody's bullying Governor Waiguru. The claims that have been brought before, she needs to defend herself against the claims.
Now you've heard their comments.
Yeah, I didn't say that she's being fought because she's a woman. Let that narrative not be gotten from me. I've only said that Governor Waiguru, we have seen her many times. She has even faced the Senate. She has been questioned. She has been able to answer. She has given all what she knows about even the NYS. So it is not about Governor Waiguru being a great support, whatever he's saying of the Capitol Hill, and on the other side, a great. She has always been covered by the Godfathers. I want to say that first of all, Waiguru has God the Father. I know she's a prayerful lady.
Amen.
So what I want to say is
she doesn't have a Godfather. She has
God the Father, because she has been able to cross all those obstacles that has faced her. Remember this. What I want to say.
Yes.
Sasia. Wachira has talked about Governor Waiguru being always. He's talking about Governor Waiguru being given immunity all the time. I now tend to, and Waiguru becoming a mastermind. First of all, I want to congratulate Governor for being intelligent to become a mastermind. To become a mastermind, because that is what is in the lawyer's conviction. That is what is in the lawyer's conviction. And I want the time that the lawyer will come to understand that it is not about the history of a person or what you hear about a person. It is about the evidence you are giving. How I wish the lawyer can have the evidence by himself, not following the proceedings of the court or the proceedings of the previous doings of governor.
Now let me read a comment here by Maxwell Anasema. Good morning. What does it mean when the MCAs spend together at a place? This shows they had ill motives towards Honorable Waiguru. They acted primitively. Let the Senate give direction.
True. I agree with them. And that's why I'm saying...
No. Gentlemen, let's give her honorable time.
Give me a chance. Wachira. And this is what I am saying. Wachira is a lawyer. His work is to interpret the law. Remember, County Assembly is to make the laws.
How do you interpret sleeping at the County Assembly?
I want to say this. Sleeping in Assembly is kind of... It's made. I can even read some kind of
ill motive. It's primitive.
Ill motive, not even ill motive per se, but kind of trying to pull your people together so that their mind cannot be disrupted over the night, cannot be swayed away, they cannot listen to other intrigues. You want them to go to your mind, because this was a one-person decision. They were there because of the majority leader. The majority leader said, because I was in their camp, remember I was in their camp, and you didn't even ask why I moved from their camp to support the governor. It is because these people have no agenda. The agenda was brought about by malice, prejudice. And I also want to say that it is a relationship that went sour. I don't care how it went sour between the majority and the governor. But now he wants to bring it to assembly so that we can be able to fight a battle.
Honorable
them
is it
Can
I
interject? Because there's no way you can be having a relationship with a man, and we are seeing you walking around with your girlfriend, and then all of a sudden you now telling us that that woman is banned or that man is banned.
Mr. Ram,
and
can I
you have been
interject?
giving us all the scenarios of the good times.
Yes, Sasia.
You see, we also need to note that Madam Lucy is a nominated MCA. She doesn't have really a free opinion. We've seen what has happened in the National Assembly. That if a nominated MP or senator gives a free opinion, then probably the person is de-whipped from her position. So we expect MCA Lucy to defend Governor Waiguru by all means. But truth be said, the factors that were brought about for impeachment are so much valid. I'm expecting MCA Lucy to tell us that Governor Waiguru did not award herself allowances, travel allowances that she did not travel. I'm expecting such facts. I'm expecting her to tell us that the car was done due tendering.
Let's Sasia finish. Yes.
I'm expecting her to tell us and even produce document because she comes from Kirinyaga to show that Governor Waiguru did due tendering when acquiring her car. And you also hear that the former governor had already bought a governor's car. Why was there a need to buying another 15 million car? What is so much obsessed with the leaders?
I want to respond to him.
Yes.
Remember, when it comes to procuring entities, the governor is never involved when it comes to the procurement is a department by itself. So there's nowhere a governor becomes a member of the tendering committee. And the governor's work, remember governor's work is far beyond checking on who is given the tender or who, let me ask you.
Can something be procured under the name of the governor without her
How do you prove? How have you proved that is the name of the governor? Which name are you talking about?
Can you buy a governor?
Honorable Kinyo said this. That
he might say.
Honorable Kinyo said this, and I quote, that the governor's failure, he said that the governor's failure with a County Government Act of 2012 not only undermines the power and authority of the county assembly to offer oversight and approve various development plans, but also greatly clogs the wheels of Wanjiku's oriented development in Kirinyaga County.
According to what you are reading on your papers and on what the motion, according to that area, to that MCA from Wachira ward. In fact, I come from that ward. I'm nominated from that ward. I'm saying according to what Kenya is saying. But remember, this matter is already in the what do we call it? The EACC. And remember, this matter now, it is going, if it is going to reach to the Senate, it's going to reach to the Senate. There is no way, even me today, I can tell you this thing was done badly. But without the relevant report from the relevant authorities, let's wait for the relevant authorities to give us the final report before we come to misjudge the governor of Kirinyaga.
Did your name
That
appear?
is according to the MCA. It's not according to the relevant bodies.
Honorable, did your name appear in the list of those seeking to impeach Governor Waiguru?
For the yesterday report, and you heard me saying that those are the signatures that, because we usually put so many signatures in that assembly. In fact, when you enter, when you are going to plenary, it's a signature.
No, did your name appear in the list of those who are seeking to impeach Governor Waiguru?
For me, I do not know. I can't tell, but that signature was forged.
It was forged.
Or else, I said it was sneaked, because there are so many documents that we sign, even without the title.
But Ram, when we
I'm telling you that Bunge has a lot of craft.
Is there any possibility that you signed without your knowledge?
And remember, if I don't want to talk much, let me not talk much about
Ram,
it, because
when we started
I might talk. It might trigger. It might trigger the other people who are doing their findings.
Right.
I don't want to give out information that will trigger what has been given out on the motion, and maybe it might trigger other people's findings.
Right. Honorable, now Sasia, you are the one who spoke before. Let me come to you, Wachira.
You see the way Edgar was saying, and Honorable Njeri, we respect you much, but I wish you could have come with evidences of showing what you are talking about. All through you have been talking about is defending Waiguru, not even trying to castigate or trying to substantiate the claims that have been put forward by the mover of the motion. the issue which have been raised. You don't have even a single document. Leave alone us. We don't come from the county assembly. Let me finish.
I've read the whole motion.
Even if you have read, you could have come with so that you convince us.
Why do I need to carry a document that is already in my mind? That is me who has been actualizing some of these documents.
On the same, Edgar.
Remember, I'm the vice
if you
chair.
Compare,
I know everything.
If you compare the impeachment of Governor Waiguru and the impeachment of Governor Waitito, you can get a lot of disparities. Remember, in the first place, Governor Waitito, the MCA for Kiambu, they had not gotten the number, the required number to impeach Governor Waitito. And you could see, they went all the way to the Senate. They refused to the formation of the committee, and they said they let him go to the Senate gallery to defend himself. And actually, because these things were politically cascaded, and they knew what they wanted to achieve, of which you are seeing the fruits today. So my concern and my plea to the same process, because of this Waiguru, it's so obvious, it's so open, they have followed the due process. I pray that the Senate should not
Wachira, which due process are you talking about? Yet Governor Waiguru said this in a statement. If the he said that the impeachment holds no grounds because she had obtained an order from the High Court stopping any proceedings. Remember, the word is any proceedings by county assembly on her impeachment until the numerous issues that were raised by court were determined. And I quote, she said this: if the assembly proceeds with the violation of the subsiding court orders, I shall see such orders for contempt against the speaker and all participating members as are available under the law.
One, there are two things that I want you to understand from that order that was given by the High Court by the Justice Coril. And that those two things, I think I stated them earlier before Mheshimiwa Njeri was here. Okay. And I said that when Justice Coril was giving that order, he said openly that I'm not interfering with independence or with independence of the county assembly carrying their mandate.
Now, what does it mean when he says any proceedings?
Let me finish. You know, you cannot take a section of the Bible and then you start claiming that you are born again or not, or start judging whether they go to hell or not. You have to understand the whole thing. What is supposed to be the way he meant, the reason why Governor Waiguru said that I cannot be able to appear in the committee that was investigating her was due to the exposure of the COVID-19. And the first issue that was issued in that order, that no impeachment should go or any proceeding concerning that until this issue is determined. The second thing was, until the measures that are put to prevent COVID-19 are relaxed.
But now,
let me finish.
Now, Wachira,
let me finish.
when it comes to
because I want to substantiate the two items.
Okay.
Now, what has been happening? All the county assembly in this nation, they are going to the chamber to do their things or to serve their people. We have the National Assembly, we have the Senate, we have the meetings that have been going on. Automatically, that thing has been overridden by the fact that the measure of COVID-19 have been relaxed, and even the cabinet, even president, even who, they have been going on with their mandate. So they were right to go back to do their work, or from where they stopped.
Now, but now, still, you've talked about picking one part of a Bible to claim that you're born again. There is no part when it comes to any proceedings. An impeachment motion is a proceeding. And according to the ruling, any proceeding was to be halted by the county assembly. Is an impeachment motion a proceeding in the county assembly?
What we could be talking about,
yes,
have they followed the due process of impeaching Governor Waiguru?
Have they followed the court order?
The court order, I've already explained to it. I don't want to go back to it. Go to Article 181 of the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. They have given the grounds where the governor must be impeached. We have seen she has awarded herself the car. The people in the tender which we are getting from the motion of the impeachment, are taking direct directions from her. She has went ahead, sacked even, she's complaining about the court order, by the way.
But
she went ahead even sacked the medic without even when they were having that court order. Even them, their court order was very straightforward. Governor Waiguru, we have seen from the impeachment, what she, even awarding himself the travel money, which he has not even traveled. So according now, the mover of the motion relied on those evidences. Whether we talk about the law or not, if they are talking about the court order and so on, why did they override that of Governor Waitito?
Now let me come
and at the same time. At the same time, when you are in court order,
yes.
Why did even the President Kenyatta himself, when he called the Senate in the State House, went ahead and did what they did in Kiambu?
Yes.
Yeah, when I immediately I came in here, the lawyer said that the law has no defense. And he's still the one telling us not to obey the law.
You didn't say the law has no defense. What did you say?
No, ignorance has no defense. And that is what I was telling you. You cannot claim that
the members, the speaker and the members of county assembly ignored Justice Coril ruled it this way. We can continue with other proceedings of the assembly. But he specified on that.
Do you see? What was the
that.
best way at which you would have aired out your grievances in a way that could have been heard? Do you think there was a better way of doing it?
The judge or the governor or the assembly.
From you as a member of county assembly in regards to how the proceedings were held, even your own point, because you said that you're vocal.
Yes.
Was there a way that you'll have aired out your grievances and your order in the county assembly in a way that could have given you the ability to be heard?
Yes, yesterday what happened, I have said I raised on point of order.
Yes.
And the point of order I was raising was about the court order. I was to refer the proceeding yesterday on that ruling of Judge Coril, that no proceedings that should go, I wanted the speaker to rule out, so that it does not go now to the members of county assembly, the speaker to rule out first.
On a point of order.
On a point of order. If the proceedings, if the motion or the proceeding to continue, or to continue or not to continue. I wanted to put the point of the court order. But for me, it was illegal to continue with the proceedings. And I wanted to tell the speaker that I will not be able to comment or to give what I heard yesterday because of the court order.
But now after you raised a point of order,
I wasn't given a chance.
They ignored your...
Yeah, they ignored because they knew. Because they knew the point of order was coming from. It was illegal, and let me tell you, it was illegal. And I think the governor can go back to court, and the speaker is given a contempt of court. And the lawyer here is telling us not to follow he's a lawyer and he's telling us not to follow the ruling of the courts.
Based on how you saw the
he's supposed to be guiding me.
Based on how you
not me guiding him.
Based on the impeachment that took place yesterday.
Yes.
What are the things that disappoint you most in that whole process?
What disappointed me most is the speaker being biased. Because you could see that the moment the majority leader was raising on a point of order, immediately the speaker would say, majority leader, you see? And you could see the people, somebody like me, I would say point of order with a very high voice. I think the hand is there to hear. And I couldn't even be given a chance. Only because if you get the history of that bunge and the history of each individual, you would be told, the voice of the voiceless are never given a podium to utter the utterances because I don't know why.
You're saying your voiceless...
But and that's why I had to use that to try and be given my right also to
you are saying that you're voiceless yet vocal.
No, I'm saying the voice of the voiceless. I am the voice. I know. I have done a lot when it comes to the rights of women.
Were you not?
In fact, I was nominated not out of being a relative, unlike other people. We find them. This nomination, people are nominated from. You are brought to the assembly not because you have the capability or because you have done a lot, or even you have pushed the agendas of women. But for me, I went to that assembly with merit. And the people of Kirinyaga knows that. I was one of the economic activists on matters of economic justice for women, on 30% tenders on women. So it's not that I started yesterday.
So why do you think you are being ignored? According to you, you're saying you're being ignored. Why do you think you are being ignored? I was
ignored because I have said, if you can come to the history of each individual in that assembly, go to the Hansand, go to the people who have been contributing, go to the people who have been bringing the motions, go to the people who have been doing exactly what's supposed to be done in that assembly. I consider myself one. Because I was not given a position because they knew if I went to debate, I would debate with my dependent mind, my independent mind.
Now, members of County Assembly blame the governor of undermining the authority of the County Assembly. What are your thoughts in regards to that?
Undermining the authority of the Assembly.
Of the County Assembly. Are MCAs being undermined by the governor?
I don't think so.
It is not true.
It is not true because I have said here once again, the people who are really, really supporting the motion were once for 3 years, and the people of Kirinyaga knows that. Okay. Supporters of the governor.
They changed again.
They now interchange. You see, it is a scenario that we have found when time of another election comes. For 3 years, you together. For the 2 years, because you have a political ambition, all other forces are coming. Because I believe the other forces that are political forces coming, because the people interest of 2022.
Let me come to you, Sasia.
Yes.
Your input, your reaction towards what the honorable member is saying.
You see, first I have to highlight an issue that is happening in our county governments. Most of our MCS do not impeach the governors based on integrity issues and their performance. In most cases, they do so because of cooperation. When the governor fails to cooperate with the demands, then an impeachment motion comes. Yes. That is a reality in our county governments, and it is something we need to look into.
You agree with that?
I agree with him as per se. Sometimes you find the differences are coming when there is maybe demands. And I don't want to specify the demands here because every individual has got the demands.
So when the governor was impeached because she did not meet the demands of the county assembly?
Not the county assembly. Here I said it's a personal issues.
I was going on. So
we are fighting a battle of one person in the name of an impeachment.
For
3 years, why did you, let me ask you, at what time are you supposed to realize a governor is corrupt? Is it within because I think the same governor was there in the first year, the same governor was there in the second year, because we need a timeline on when to impeach a governor. Because we cannot just be waking up after 3 years, it's the time we are realizing the governor now is corrupt.
So you question what were they doing before?
What they were doing before, I'm saying, is there was a relationship, a good relationship. And remember, this Bunge has always been divided by the same majority
leader. Let me come to you, Sasia. Sasia, yes, continue.
You see, I was saying actually most MCAs will bring an impeachment motion based on the governor failing to cooperate with their demands. But you see, like Honorable Lucy has just said, the Kirinyaga MCAs have been with Governor Waiguru for quite some time without really not bringing an impeachment motion. True. The reasons I peg into that are because before maybe I want to believe Governor Waiguru was so cooperative with them, and if there was even a corruption happening or something else, then they used to cooperate. But at some point, I believe Governor Waiguru went a solo walk. She started working alone. And that's why the MCS feel that they were short-charged, starting with the majority. And you realize at times how these people debate an impeachment motion. It comes with a lot of emotions, and you fail to understand the facts. They hide the facts in the emotions, and that is when you realize that there are some hidden agendas behind the impeachment. Like you see what happened in Kirinyaga, people spending a night in the chambers. That is a sign of primitivity and shows a lot of some hidden agenda and plan, not really about what they're raising. But you look at what they're raising again, there are strong points and grounds of impeachment. But they lose the point when they bring in politics and now start working in the behest of those who are coming in for 2022 politics. Yes. Because we've also seen a spat between Governor Waiguru and Kibicho about the 2022 politics. We've seen Kibicho launch some projects in Kirinyaga. And that's why I'm saying politics playing part. But that does not really vindicate Governor Waiguru out of the claims that she's corrupt and she has done some things in the county that people are not agreeing with. Because we also understand 23 out of 33 is a good number to show that there is something wrong. And why is it that always Governor Waiguru government is always tainted, or rather is always dotted with corruption? Why is she not receiving other claims? We've always seen her when she was in the devolution docket, corruption. We've seen her Kirinyaga, corruption. So in the question of her conduct in terms of integrity, I tend to agree with the MCS. But in the way the MCS are bringing out the point, I also want to believe they've been all together in the same forest. But now when one decided to move out of that forest to another forest is when the disagreement came. And that's why you are seeing this impeachment drama in Hulabalu. But they need really to think, and this should reflect in all other county assemblies, that your role when you are elected is oversight. You are the people to help us, the helpless Mwananchi, to oversight on our cash and funds in the county assemblies. We need to know and we need to realize the very purpose of devolution. We need to see our money going into development. People down there on the ground, the Onyango, the Wafula, and the Wanjikus, need to feel the very importance of devolution. It is time we need to audit the entire devolution debate and realize, have we really gotten value out of devolution? Or has it just enriched a few individuals who are now buying big cars and building big houses, on the, and yet Mwananchi is really suffering? Because MCAs are people we really thought are going to help us. But I blame us, the electorate, because we elected some of the people who are not even really sure of what they need to do. Most MCAs are there to receive handouts, either to support the governor or to receive handouts to oppose the governor based on those people who are fighting the governor.
Now let me come to you, Wachira.
Yes.
By law, is there any provision within the constitution that can nullify this impeachment?
It's only it's only the court of law, where maybe the governor can go and try to argue his case, or her case, sorry, to argue her case. But there's no definite in the constitution that it should stop. Okay. Because the moment when there is a claim that there is something that you have done, the investigations are done, you'll be taken, like Governor Waiguru case, she'll be taken to Senate, they argue the case. If she'll be found that she is clean, she'll go back to and continue serving the people of Kirinyaga. But again, if they try to clear her on the basis that of that court order, after 3 months, anybody from that assembly can go back and bring the motion again.
Yeah, okay, meaning that, in your view, do you think that there could have been any fault line in terms of there being irregularities in her impeachment?
Maybe there is, maybe there is not.
No. Earlier on you had said
you
that...
see, when you look about the court order, of which I don't want to go back to it because I've given my view on it.
Yes.
I might be wrong, I might be right. No, we cannot say that the way Mheshimiwa is saying that he know everything. You cannot be able to know everything. But according to my argument and according to my judgment, if I was the one bringing that, I was the one who was arguing on behalf of the MCA, the court order was not preventing them to do anything. They had now, the time had already surpassed, and the way they moved on, that's how they were supposed to do. But again, because I saw Honorable Mutura Kironzo talking about those court order and whatever, what maybe I can advise maybe the team of Governor Waiguru, if they are going to go to the Senate, let them leave alone the court order. Let them argue out their case on the issues they have been raised according to the Article 181 of the Constitution. Because if they hang around on the court order and and then she be cleared because the process was halted by the court order, that means the allegations which were there, they are true. So the county assembly, they are going to sit down and wait for another 3 months. And anybody can come with a motion with the same allegations because he or she has the evidence, and they start the whole process again.
Because now I wonder, so you're saying for the governor.
For the governor, yeah.
So she has the legal standby for to retaliate.
Everyone, even if you are guilty or not, until the verdict is out.
She has a local standard.
And you exhaust all the mechanism of justice, you are still not guilty. But allegations, they are still on your shoulder.
No, okay, that's general. But do you think she has the local standard to retaliate?
Okay, what I mean on that,
yes,
and maybe I cannot say yes or no. For me, she's still, because you know, she's saying that there are some allegations, like 5 or 6 of them that I've seen. She can go to the only way to clear herself. Maybe let her allow the whole process to be completed. Let her be taken to Senate. Let the Senate make their verdict. Then from there she can be able to take other legal means, if according to the verdict from the Senate.
Now,
but if she prevents the Senate to continue with the motion, that means there is something that she'll be hiding.
All right, go ahead.
I want to interject, and by the way, I'm happy that the lawyer is around. I want to say there are gaps, and there should be a conversation. I tend to think there is a gap with the standing orders. How I wish these lawyers or other experts can come with a standardized standing orders for all the county assemblies, and then they put a scenario whereby for our to customize some to our own, to fit our own. But these standing orders which are changed today because they want to fit the interest of you, we change it today. Tomorrow in the morning we wake up, we feel now the women are not adding value to the assembly. We now remove this standing order, or we amend. That is the problem, which is giving a leeway to the county assemblies to do whatever they want. To do whatever they want.
Let me correct them, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
There is no way these things can come from outside, because they are not enshrined within the Constitution. So what you need to do, because you are the people who have been claiming about referendum, changing the Constitution, those are some of the views that you could have aired them out, or you take your views there so that they can be absorbed. But on the same note, because you have been so much a defendant of women, there is something that I need to tell you. In any case, you can never say that you are wrong or you are right because you are a man or a woman. If you are wrong, you are a human being. You are the person who will be given that position within the county or within the government, and it is within the Constitution. So the moment you go astray or you go out of it, be ready for the consequences. If you are not guilty, the process will vindicate you. But again, remember, there are many things that we are talking about which are obvious. The way you are talking about those political forces, they are still there. The way you talk about these people who are immune, they are still there. But one thing I can tell you, that it is always good to visit the history, but don't stay there. And remember, somebody like Governor Waiguru, she is so good in policy making, but she's not good in governance. And that is where the mistake. Another thing, like my friend Sasia was saying, we've been complaining about electing these people, and let alone saying that we never knew that we elected thieves or we elected people who can do us nothing. A good example, Nairobi County, Kiambu County, now this Kirinyaga County. And there are many counties like Siaya and so on, even when the one that we are told that even they don't even a single ICU bed. My question is the problem within the people that we elect, or the people whom we are electing these people? Are we the problem? My conclusion is those people, these wananchi who have been electing these leaders, they are the ones who are stupid. That is why they elect stupid leaders, and that is why.
I would like you to withdraw that statement, sir.
You know the Bible says. The Bible says.
Yes.
We perish because of lack of knowledge.
But withdraw that statement, stupid. Withdraw.
Withdraw.
But
we are the problem of all the problems that are existing in this nation.
But thank you for withdrawing that word.
Yes, and we have not learned.
Interject.
Yes.
Still, I'm still back on him on the issue of the gaps. Remember, I don't know if it's the constitution. Okay, he's saying that I should have taken those issues when it comes to the amending and the BBIs.
Yes.
But for now, I want to say that there are still more gaps when now it comes. You're accusing the governor of so many things like gross misconduct, procurement, and I think there was around other two that I can't remember. Kindly remind me.
So
there was grocery misconduct.
We are talking abuse of office, misconduct, violation of the law, failure to comply with County Government Act of number 2021. We are talking about undermining the power of authority of the County Assembly.
Yes. I want to understand, like now the issue of gross misconduct. I still tend to believe there is a gap between at what level should the County Assembly exhaust their mandates? Because we have been given a leeway whereby the County Assemblies are going in too deep, not giving a chance to the other structures. At what level should the County Assembly reach to claim that an office has been misused?
Okay.
Not just putting statements. What should we be producing, as in up to what level? Should we now be waiting for the EACC to, first of all, to bring the report before we give out the claims? You see, there is a gap. And that's why I'm saying this is a conversation that should be dealt with by the experts or maybe the lawyers.
Now, Mheshimiwa, yesterday during the proceedings...
Because you can wake up in the morning and say a governor has stolen this.
Still on you, Mheshimiwa. Yesterday, did we have members of county assemblies who came to the assembly drunk, thereby bringing down or diluting everything?
And that's why I'm saying the speaker was biased. Because the moment one of the members of county assembly from my side, those who are opposing the motion, stood as the first person on a point of order. He was given the right to put a point of order. But then the majority leader, point of order, Mr. Speaker, when he was given a chance, now because he has been taking these other members of county assembly as stupid, as what Nani is taking leaders as stupid. That is how majority leader has been taking us as stupid.
He has withdrawn the word.
Yes, but for me, I won't withdraw because I'm not calling anybody.
Me and I've become born again from that side now.
Oh, now you are on the right side. Thank you for that.
You have been saved.
I'm saying there is one person who has been thinking other people are stupid. You see, when he came on a point of order, he said, these members, some of these members came to the assembly drunk, only to insinuate that we are debating we are debating out of an influence. You know,
but
even me, there was a time I was told in that bunge, they went with a perception telling people of Kirinyaga that girl sometimes becomes mad. You know, at times you are told issues, at times people are told to perceive you this way, and people are told to perceive you this way, so that they don't exactly realize your potential.
I am aware that members of county assembly try to grab the mess. At what point were you agitated?
Trying to grab the mess.
Did any member of county assembly try to grab the mess?
Okay, you can see the scene. I don't think the mess is very near. The mess is just next to the speaker. You see that the majority is just where the mess is. That's why we are being pushed. They thought that we are going to take the mess. You see, when you take the mess away, the county is dissolved. That's why they are pushing us behind. Maybe they thought that is only what they were guarding. They were not guarding what they want to put. But they were guarding the mess.
At what point were you agitated? Because now we can see on our screen you standing, you're shouting.
I got agitated when I raised on a point of order. Before the motion started, we had to raise a point of order. I raised a point of order and I couldn't get the chance. And the people who are getting the chance on the other side would be hand. But the people on the governor's side, you see this, the chaos started when the member of county assembly from Karumande went to talk on point of order. And then the majority leader said, point of order, this member of county assembly came to Bunge drunk.
Now, where do you sit?
It was not our intention.
How far do you sit from the speaker's seat? Like, for example, in this picture.
Okay. Remember,
how far is your seat?
My seat is very far. Because this is not the assembly. Assembly has not been completed. It's still under construction. So we are working outside.
What if we say that the speaker did not see you
these
from the distance that you were because of the
distance is
the
from
tent?
Here to that. that far-ed corner. So the speaker is, I'm that far-ed on the corner.
So
I would raise my hand very high, but the speaker wouldn't give me a chance.
I'm seeing at Kineni Waembu, he's saying a very good morning to you guys. The Kirinyaga member of county assemblies will be surprised by trying to pull Waiguru down. First of all, these fellows were in contempt of court order, and Mumbi will survive the Senate. He continues to, I'm seeing Lisa Bariz. Be it a battle or not, is the reason for impeachment valid to any opinion? Yes, let her follow suit. Waititu was impeached too. We have John Mutiso. Honorable Lucy should be patient and let her she's just a nominated Jubilee member of Parliament, and she is not having any independence of mind. You will respond to that. All right. We are having at Mayu, he's saying Governor Waiguru should follow Waititu. All right. We have Karuga Kamau, and apart from failing to appear at the county assembly, she misses serious events with mere excuses, which include the event is not in her political stronghold, the event does not meet her VIP treat, and so on and so forth. And we have at Wamasaku is asking, why do you impeach her? You impeach her because of pride. Come on. Actually, those are the words.
There are some things that we can't concentrate on because everybody was born with her own personality. And I'm seeing at times people are really concentrating on people's personalities.
Yes.
Waiguru, Governor Waiguru, as we have been seeing her, is a person that is a professional by nature. And at the same time, she doesn't act on the issues of, you are coming to my office, maybe I give you handouts so that you go and do for me campaign or you become my whatever. Okay. Governor Waiguru is the person that wants the work being done and on the time and at the right way. Now, so the people who are complaining too much in Kirinyaga is the people who are used to the handout on the former, I don't want to put former regimes or people who doesn't want to work.
That's another
but
claim.
The governor is a professional person. It's not the type of a person you will keep on. You see, people want the governor to keep on going to handle small issues. Remember, the work of a governor has got. In fact, she's the governor who first came up with the first vision. You remember the model of Kirinyaga County, the Vision 20, that's a blueprint.
All right.
So you can understand what type of a woman governor, not type of a woman governor we have.
She's an iron lady.
Not even an iron. First of all, her professionalism and her strategic ways of doing things.
All right. Because of the interest of time, Sasia, your final word in regards to this within a minute.
First, I want to advise Honorable Lucy that when you came to office, you didn't come to office to represent only women. You came to represent both genders. So when women leaders are elected, let us not advance the women agenda a lot and forget that you also represent men. Come out and represent the people that were allowed you to be in the office.
Okay.
Then, just one point. Somebody who said that they are impeaching Governor Waiguru because of pride, those are so baseless grounds. Let somebody be proud, but let her or him offer service to the people. If I'm offering service, then impeachment is nothing
I will come to you, Mheshimiwa.
Before I forget, kindly.
Yes.
I want to say, Nani, when I was nominated as a member of County Assembly, remember I said I was given a gender top-up. Reason, there was no woman who was elected as an MCA. And why I was nominated to the Assembly is to push for the women and gender. Not that I don't push for men and gender, but an emphasis I put mostly on women and gender.
Which you did.
And remember, when I'm the vice chair of the budget, I always ensure that there is a gender-responsive budget. Why? Because gender means men and women. And so if I don't push the issues of women, maybe when it comes to hospital, women are the most people affected by the health. I am there to represent the women to ensure that the money is allocated to one's health priority.
Right.
But I still have motion that I've brought. The NHIF, it doesn't only trigger women.
Okay.
It has also an effect on men.
I will come back to you, the final question. Waweru, final word.
Wachira,
Wachira, sorry.
Maybe what I can say by summarizing the whole thing, I would say in this, that history is a good place to visit, but not a good place to stay. And I want to advise Honorable Njeri, when you talk about people of Kirinyaga and defending Waiguru or maybe any other person, try to mind about your political future, as not per now, because you can never be nominated twice. It's only once. Sure. So you try to be a bit cool when you are talking about people of Kirinyaga, because you still need them tomorrow.
Okay.
My final thing is let the law take its course, and let the precedent that was set in Governor Waitito, the ex-governor of Kiambu, Governor Waitito, the precedent that was set, let us see it in Governor Waiguru, and let the people of Kirinyaga get the justice.
All right, thank you very much. Now, back to you, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Final question within a minute. What is it that is in Kirinyaga County that is so good that someone from another county can come and do benchmarking?
Yes. I want to say that people concentrate much on the weaknesses. They don't capitalize on what good has been done.
Yes.
I want to say that in Kirinyaga County, we have been able, we are upgrading. First of all, we have to conform to the Big Four agenda of the president. And one of the governors who has really handled the issue on matters Big Four agenda is Governor Waiguru. When we come to the universal health care, we are now upgrading the Kirinyaga General Hospital to a level 5 hospital. The building is almost into complete. Within the next few, maybe I can't contemplate how many months or how long.
Okay, but
it is seen. People are seeing exactly what is going on. People are happy, people of Kirinyaga, because we are now going to accommodate more than 500 people. We will not even be having the problems of isolating rooms, because it will have all the facilities.
Right.
It will even be equipped with the machines that handles the chronic diseases like cancer.
All right.
That is one of the achievements that we have been able to do. At the same time, look at the markets. The markets have been upgraded. Where I come from, like Kagumo Market, the women, the people who are doing their businesses there would be rained on or during the sunny times. But now, we have Kagumo, we have Makutano, and many others. Because without markets, where are we going to take your produce? And remember, Kirinyaga is an agricultural zone.
All right.
Number 3, we have something we are proud of too. We have what we call the water, like now the Makema water project.
I give you 20 seconds to finish that point. Yes.
Yes, we have a lot to be proud of in Kirinyaga. Yes.
Thank you very much, Mheshimiwa. I appreciate your time. That's all the time we had this morning, and that's what brings us to the end of Good Morning Kenya. Remember, the battle still continues in Kirinyaga County. What will happen next? Well, time will tell. May God bless you, and may God bless the work of your hands. My name is Ram Aguko. See you tomorrow morning.